Welcome to Fantasy Victory Now with Paul Charchi, and I'm Mike Durkin. And Charch, what does the Nick Foles injury mean for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, not as much as I think you might think at first blush for a couple of reasons. One, Mark Sanchez has played really well. Preseason, played really, really well, completing 80% of his passes. And then we saw Sanchez play well in relief last week, despite the fact that he came in cold. So I think Sanchez is going to be okay here. And frankly, Foles wasn't playing that great. This is the kind of offense that with just even a modicum of competent quarterbacking can produce big results. And so I don't really change my outlook dramatically for any of the other moving parts around the quarterback here in this Philadelphia offense. I still like most of them, most games, and maybe I'm a little too optimistic about Captain Butt Fumble, but I think Sanchez is going to be all right.
Well, Mark Sanchez just looks so good in preseason, and then it's
we've seen that
preseason though,
before.
and then he comes out and does it
right.
regular season. So I guess the Eagles are in good shape.
We'll find out.
Speaking of good shape, Ben Roethlisberger, throwing for 6, he's taking it a little too literally. 2 weeks in a row with 6 touchdowns. That's 12 TDs in 2 weeks. How long will he keep it going?
So the funny thing is here at Fantasy Victory, we put together all of our player ratings every week. And last week in the Ben Roethlisberger write-up, I said 6 touchdowns. Well, he won't do that again. Probably never. Next week. There he goes. We got it right back again already that fast. So back-to-back 6 touchdown passes. Here's the funny thing. It's the Jets this week. They give up the most passing touchdowns in the NFL. So yes, why wouldn't he throw for 6 this week? We'll assume he will. I think the Jets right now are on, I think it's 25 passing touchdowns allowed with 1 interception, which is astoundingly bad. And really the rest of the schedule is very favorable. So while Roethlisberger was super inconsistent all year, I'm inclined to think that given that his offensive line is playing as well as it has in years, that Martavius Bryant is showing up at the wide receiver position, giving him help there, a good running game to keep defenses honest. I'm ready to say I think it's legit. All it takes is 12 touchdown passes in 2 weeks for me to get on board.
All right, Gio Bernard out Sunday. Jeremy Hill gets his chance, and he basically has a better day than anybody not named Ben Roethlisberger.
That's right.
But what happens when Gio's back? Is Jeremy Hill still going to be that workhorse?
So you figure you're right. I think Giovanni Bernard remains the workhorse, but keep in mind he'll just put up the best rushing yardage day of any Cincinnati back since 2009. So this shouldn't be lost on them internally that Jeremy Hill has this kind of upside, and I'd like to think that we're going to see more of an even split between the two. Bernard's still a pretty special back, and he's an absolute game breaker, and Hill isn't built that way, but I think we are going to get something closer to 50-50 for the rest of the way, which might actually be worse for fantasy owners, potentially, because that makes things that much hairy for both guys each week.
Yeah.